Have you ever noticed how a woman's words begin to change before she ever admits she likes you? Most women don't suddenly come out and confess their feelings right away. Instead, their emotions slowly reveal themselves through the way they talk, the things they say, and how they respond to you they say, and how they respond to you emotionally. Psychology shows that people naturally expose emotional attachment through small communication patterns without even realizing it. And when a woman starts catching feelings, her language becomes more personal, emotional, and becomes more personal, emotional, and connected. Relationship experts have long explained that emotional investment often shows up in conversation before it becomes obvious anywhere else. So, if you've been wondering whether a woman is starting to like you, listen carefully to her words. The signs are usually there long before the confession ever happens. And by the end of this video, you'll understand some of the strongest phrases women use when they're emotionally drawn to a man. Make sure you stay until the end because the final sign is often the clearest proof that her feelings are becoming real. Welcome to Talia Talks, your place for honest and relatable relationship advice that helps you better understand attraction, emotions, and modern dating. The first phrase is, I feel like I've known you. Phrase is, I feel like I've known you forever. When a woman says this, she's not just being nice or making casual conversation. She's expressing emotional comfort, and she's expressing emotional comfort and familiarity. It means being around you feels natural to her, almost like the connection existed long before the two of you actually met. Psychologists often explain that emotional closeness develops faster when someone feels deeply understood. And for many women, emotional safety creates many women. Emotional safety creates attraction. Once she begins associating you with comfort, trust, and warmth, her feelings naturally grow stronger. Think about the people you instantly click with. Conversations flow easily, silence feels comfortable, and you don't feel pressured to impress each other. That's exactly the kind of emotional experience she's describing when she says this. Maybe you've only been talking for a short time and she suddenly says, it's strange, but I feel like I've known you. Strange, but I feel like I've known you forever. That statement carries more meaning than most men realize. Her mind is already placing you in a special emotional category. Instead of ignoring it, respond in a relaxed and playful way. You could tease her by saying, so what? We knew each other in another lifetime. Or simply tell her, honestly, I kind of feel that too. The important thing is acknowledging the connection without making the moment too serious. The second phrase is, you're one of my closest friends. A lot of men panic when they hear this because they immediately assume they've been friend-zoned. But in many situations, that's not what's happening at all. When a woman quickly places you among the people she trusts most, it usually means she feels emotionally safe around you. Emotional trust is one of the strongest foundations of attraction for women. Before deeper romantic feelings fully develop, many women first need to feel secure, understood, and emotionally secure, understood, and emotionally connected. If she's sharing personal stories, talking about her fears, or opening up about things she rarely tells others, that's emotional investment. She's allowing you into her inner world. For example, she might say, I feel like I can talk to you about anything. Or, you're honestly one of my closest friends. That isn't always rejection. Often, it's her way of saying you matter deeply to her. The best thing you can do is stay calm and confident. A simple response, like the strongest relationships usually start with a real friendship, suddenly shifts the conversation toward emotional connection instead of limiting it to friendship alone. The third phrase is, you're different from other guys. This is one of the biggest compliments a woman can give a man. Attraction is heavily based on emotional contrast. If she sees you as different in a positive way, it means you've already separated yourself from the average experience she's had with other men. Women naturally pay attention to qualities that make someone stand out. Qualities that make someone stand out emotionally. Maybe you genuinely listen, stay calm, communicate honestly, or make her feel understood. Whatever it is, she's noticing it. Psychology calls this selective perception. Once someone becomes emotionally interested, they begin focusing more on the qualities that make that person unique. She might say, you actually listen. Or, you're not like most guys I've met. What she's really communicating is that you've caught her attention emotionally. Instead of brushing it off with a simple thanks, have fun with it. Say something like, that sounds dangerous. Or ask, all right, now I'm curious. What exactly makes me curious? What exactly makes me different? This encourages her to explain what she likes about you, which strengthens her attraction even more. The fourth phrase is, I feel like I can be myself around is, I feel like I can be myself around you. This one matters more than most men. This one matters more than most men realize. When a woman feels comfortable enough to drop the act and show her real personality, it means she trusts you personality. It means she trusts you emotionally. Most people hide parts of themselves because they fear judgment. But when someone feels emotionally safe, they stop trying so hard to appear perfect. They become more playful, vulnerable, honest, and natural. Maybe she starts showing her goofy side, talks more openly about her insecurities, or admits embarrassing things she normally keeps hidden. Then one day she says, I don't know why, but I feel like I can completely be myself around you. That's a powerful sign of emotional connection. A good response is something warm and lighthearted. Like, that's honestly one of the best things you could say to me. And if she's playful around you, match her energy instead of acting overly serious. The more accepted she feels around you, the deeper her emotional attachment usually becomes. Once a woman feels comfortable enough to show you her real personality, everything changes. When you accept her natural side instead of judging it, she feels emotionally secure with you. And once a woman reaches that level of comfort, it becomes very hard for her to walk away from that connection. Before we continue, if you're enjoying this video, make sure to like and subscribe to Tahalia Talks. Your support truly helps the channel grow, and it allows us to keep bringing you honest advice about attraction, relationships, and emotional connection. Now let's get back into it. The fifth phrase is, you really understand me, or you make me feel heard. This may sound small, but psychologically it carries a lot of weight. When a woman tells you that she feels heard and understood by you, she's revealing that you've created something emotionally valuable in her life. Women don't just want someone who listens while waiting to respond. They want someone who genuinely pays attention to their feelings, experiences, and thoughts. Emotional validation is one of the strongest foundations of long-term attraction because it makes a person feel important and emotionally safe. Here's how this usually happens in real life. Maybe she tells you something personal about her past, a fear she carries, or a dream she rarely talks about. Instead of brushing past it or trying to instantly solve her problems, you actually listen. You stay present. You ask questions. You remember details. Then later, you casually mention something she once told you. Maybe her favorite childhood memory or something she hopes to achieve one day. Suddenly, she looks at you differently and says, you actually listen to me, or you make me feel really seen. That moment matters more than most men realize because now she associates you with emotional comfort and understanding. A strong response would be something simple and sincere like, I care about hearing how you feel, or the best connections come from truly understanding each other. That reassures her that her emotions are safe with you, which deepens her attachment even more. The sixth phrase is, I feel such a strong connection with you. This goes beyond attraction or flirting. When a woman says this, she's talking about emotional depth. She feels something meaningful forming between the two of you. People don't casually use the word connection unless they genuinely feel emotionally drawn to someone. It means she sees you as someone who understands her on a deeper level, someone she feels naturally aligned with emotionally and mentally. Psychologists often describe this as emotional resonance. It's when two people feel deeply in sync with each other. Conversations feel effortless, emotional walls come down naturally, and the connection feels difficult to replace. You'll notice signs of this before she even says it directly. She starts opening up about deeper subjects like her fears, childhood experiences, future goals, or personal struggles. She remembers your conversations and brings them up later because they meant something to her emotionally. Over time, she begins associating you with comfort, excitement, and emotional fulfillment. And without fully realizing it, her feelings become stronger and stronger. If she tells you she feels deeply connected to you, don't dismiss it or act uncomfortable. Acknowledge it confidently. You could say, I feel it too, or real connections like this are rare. That response makes her feel emotionally safe and understood, which naturally strengthens the bond between you. The seventh phrase is, I feel like I can talk to you about anything. This one is extremely important because it signals emotional compatibility. And emotional compatibility is often what separates temporary attraction from lasting connection. Think about it. Most people have friends or family they care about, but very few people they can fully open up to without fear of judgment. If a woman says she can talk to you about anything. It means she sees you as her emotional safe. She sees you as her emotional safe place. She trusts you with her thoughts, her random ideas, her serious emotions, and even the things she normally keeps hidden from others. You'll notice this happening when she starts texting you about little random moments in her day, asking for your advice on important decisions, or opening up about struggles without hesitation. These are all signs that talking to you has become emotionally fulfilling for her. A playful response works well here. You could smile and say, even the weird could smile and say, even the weird stuff. Then follow it with something genuine like, honestly, open communication is one of the most important things in any relationship. That lets her know she's safe sharing more of herself with you. And finally, there's the biggest sign of all. I miss you. If a woman says she misses you, especially when you haven't been apart very long, pay attention. People don't miss someone unless that person has become emotionally important to them. Missing someone means they've become part of your emotional routine. Their presence brings comfort, happiness, and peace. So, when she says she misses you after only a short time apart, what she's really saying is that your absence feels noticeable to her emotionally. Psychologists explain that emotional attachment forms when someone begins associating another person with positive emotional experiences. Once a woman starts developing real feelings, she naturally starts craving your presence more often. Maybe you spend the evening together and the next morning she texts, "I already miss you." That message says far more than it seems on the surface. It means she's thinking about you, emotionally attached to your presence, and wanting more closeness with you. The best response is simple and genuine. Something like, "I miss you too," or "That honestly made me smile." Small moments like this build emotional intimacy in a powerful way. If you made it this far, comment, "I see the signs below, so I know you're part of the Talia Talks community." People who genuinely want to understand attraction, relationships, and emotional connection on a deeper level. And if this video helped you understand women a little better, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more honest relationship advice and psychology-based dating advice and psychology-based dating insights. Also, share this video with someone who might need help understanding the signs of attraction, because sometimes the smallest phrases reveal the biggest emotions. And before you go, check out the next video on your screen right now. It might completely change the way you see attraction and relationships. I'll see you again in the next video. Sometimes the strongest feelings are never spoken directly. They're revealed quietly, through the words, energy, and emotional connection a woman shares with you every